This is the most difficult Axie Infinity team that I've ever played. It's really tough to play this team correctly. I used to think that triple Aqua teams were just some kind of simple, aggressive team style. All you had to do was spam cards until you won like 50 to 55% of your matches, but that has not been the case. It has taken a lot of focus and determination to learn to play this team, especially since most of my Axie is played while rambling at the YouTube chat at the same time. So it's been a journey. I'm finally figuring out how to play it, though. This fish is awesome. This Endgame egg fish, it might be my new favorite Axie. It's capable of a lot of comebacks, and it really gives me a lot of flexibility by using Koi to speed up and then egg to force my opponent to attack the wrong Axie. So I'm having a lot of fun with this team. Thought I'd show you a few highlight matches and, let you know where I'm at with this thing. Without any further ado, let's get into match number 1. Hope you enjoy. This first match is very, very complicated and goes to show how difficult it can be to play this team. I'm happy with how I played it, though. I think I've learned a lot, and so this match showcases what I believe to be the correct strategy. Let's run through their team real quick. The plant's got Cattail Slap as well as the Aqua Stalk and the Vegetal Bite, and then Cactus for damage. So some decent energy manipulation, some card draw, a Goda for even more energy manip, a Hair-Dagger for potentially even more card draw. It's going to be hard to get it at 40 speed, but it is there. And then their fish is the same as mine. They've got a 50 speed with this move set using Arco for speed ups. Mine is 52, which is the max possible, so they're a little speed scuffed. We have a bit of an advantage there. Turn 1, I'm doing a play Arco and Nemo, just in case you're unclear on this one. It's up top here. Basically, the Nemo is giving me energy and the Arco is giving me speed, so it's like a free speed up as well as a little bit of damage. My goal here is to keep my energy boosted while staying faster than them and basically trying to set up a kill. They're going to draw a card, though, on Cattail Slap. They're going to steal the extra energy, and they are going to go into round 2 with the energy advantage. At this point, I still want to play the same style. I want to keep regenerating energy, and I want to keep speeding up. I only have one Arco on the top fish, and I'm going to play it by itself, even though there's no speed up. I'm just afraid of them killing my fish. But then I do set up the speed up on the bottom with the Nemo for extra energy, and I'm feeling pretty good. You can see even my opponent does it. Everyone's doing Nemo plus Arco. It's just a good play. Their Beast is going to go in for damage, and their Plant is actually going to lose this coin flip. This is one good thing for me, keeping both my Axies alive. At least I think it's a good thing. I mean, you could argue it's better to keep one Axie at full health and focus your draws. All I know is this is what happens. Their Plant stays alive. And on round 3, I am mostly focused on wanting to kill that frontline Plant. I don't actually go for it, though. I'm afraid to play the Sandal up top because I know they're going to go for the kill. This set of cards is not quite enough to kill the Plant. They are down to 53 health, but they're the ones killing my Axie. And in fact, they're going to go ahead and get a crit. Oh no! They were really close either way, but now I'm down to one Axie, and it's a 1v3 scenario. Many fish would just crumble, but the egg fish with Shipwreck, Koi, and Angry Lamb has a chance here. I have a lot of energy, and that's very important. All those Nemo turns, Nemo Arco, speed up, setup turns, crucial, because my opponent on the same turn that I kill their Plant is going to destroy 2 more of my energy. This is tough. Luckily, well, fortunately, I have 2 energy left. That becomes 4 next turn. Now I'm in position. I can try to stay defended and run through these 2 Axies. Only thing is, if I only have 4 energy in the end game, I'm a little nervous, so I actually only attack with 2. I'm trying to chip away at their Beast so that I can end up with 4 energy in the 1v1 by using 2 energy 2 turns in a row. I'm using double Shipwreck on round 6 because I'm terrified. I know that they're going to push a bunch of damage, and sure enough, this is down to the wire. I only have 50 health left. This turn on round 7, I'm very proud of. I would not have won the game if I didn't make the right play. I had to know that my opponent only has 2 energy, so I know that they're not going to send more than 2 1-cost attacks at me. This is important because it lets me throw the correct amount of shields up, and I know this is going to work. As long as they don't crit, I will be safe no matter how many strong cards are in their hand. Sure enough, I'm surviving the turn. I'm speeding up with my double Koi, and even though I don't get the kill, the shields are sufficient that I survive to get to attack first next turn. This is the kill. fish team's speed manipulation is such a big part of it. That match really shows how complicated the team is, some of the techniques I used to play the early and mid game, as well as the nice end game comeback. Awesome match. Let's watch another one. This is a very rare eggfish mirror match. I mean, our teams are very different, but we both have eggfish. They're rocking one with a balloon along with risky fish. They do have the koi, same as me. I like my shipwreck a little more than the balloon. I don't know. This guy is pretty good, so I was feeling okay about that. The problem is the double plant. I mean, I'm really going to need to get value from this beast bug damage. As far as the bodies go, it seems like I'm at a type disadvantage. The yam's tough. These ivory chops give them good stat lines with a card draw, so I was feeling a little bit unsure of this one. Right away, I wanted to get some value down here in case they went for damage early in the match, even though honestly it seems really unlikely with their team comp. They're probably not attacking on turn 1 very often. I'd take them down to 223, but I don't draw any more cards on that fish, so even though I'm going first, I have nothing to do. It's not that great. We end up just resting, and my opponent throws a ton of cards at me, taking my fish on the bottom down to 120, and then down to 19. However, they lose the coin flip. They attack up here. The critical on the leaf bug isn't exactly the worst, so I do have a 19 health fish. With only one card on it, this fish surviving is more of a curse than a blessing. I'm not about to play a 45 shield card on a 19 health fish when their fish goes first, and now I am worried about them attacking. As it turns out, they only played balloon. I could have played the card. I don't know, though. It's just so risky. I feel okay about it. This attack, we do kill the plant, but they get last stand. So not only do they poison both my fish, but I waste that Arco and that second Nemo. I'm not really getting full utilization of my resources, but we have similar amounts of cards and similar energy, and I'm thinking maybe there's still something that I can do here. I opt for an attack because I'm worried that they're going to kill my fish before I get to attack if I don't do it this turn. After all, they've got a pretty good amount of energy. They have enough cards they could do something, but they play pretty slow. They're shielding up. They're letting poison do some work. I think they're drawing back into some fish cards. That seems like a goal. At this point, the match feels pretty even. The poison's not good, though. I wasn't really sure how I felt. I ended up playing it pretty simple, trying to do an egg out play while also killing their plant and then keeping my fish alive. They pull the switcheroo on me. Their plant has plenty of shields. It stays alive. They drop the aroma on their fish as well, so we whiff. We don't even finish attacking the plant. They then kill my fish in the back, and it's just like, oh man, like that went exactly backwards. Now I've got a fish with 254 health against a plant, and then a higher health eggfish. They've got a balloon. Their ID is lower, so they have the... Actually, my ID is lower, but their speed is higher. Excuse me. It's a 57 speed fish. This build is only 52 speed, of course, so yeah, they're just faster in general. We don't stand a chance. I do play some cards here. I'm looking for it out of desperation, but it's just not going to happen. We miss our first attack because of the balloon. I should have put the Nemo first. It was getting bleak. And while I'm not dead this turn, I might as well be. The hope is dead. The dream is dead. I concede. So, unfortunately, in the mirror match, I do take the L, but it's a pretty rare match, so I thought I should show it anyway. Oh, well. Now, let me warn you, this is not a budget team, but we will take a look and we will see what it costs. So we're going to look first at the fish. We got the sandal, we got the Arco, we got the Nemo, and then on the mouth, we got the piranha. Then we got to speed filter it, so let's make sure it's not any slower than 52. It's already slow enough as it is. Let's not let it be extra slow. And as you can see, it is a little bit pricey. The cheapest one is around $200, a little more at 0.067. It's around 0.07 maybe if we just take away the very cheapest one. Like this might be the average price right now. So definitely not a budget Axie, but it's so strong and it's got so much utility in different teams. It's definitely, at least in terms of how much fun it is and how much, you know, in-game utility just competitively, it's very strong. I can understand. I can understand why this one costs a little bit. The other bug isn't that different. All we got to do is get rid of the sandal, get rid of the piranha, And then we put on the Scarab and the Risky Fish, and we're going to see what this one costs with the same speed filter, still 52 speed or higher. It's a little bit cheaper, and honestly, if you're only going to get one of these fish at 0.06, I'd probably look at this one first. Scarab is really good. It gives you counterplay against Zigzag, as well as Mosquito, as well as any other healing parts like Swallow or whatever else you might see. Being able to shut down heals is so good, stopping immortal plants, stopping all kinds of shenanigans. This is a great fish. Again, though, it is almost $200. Still not particularly low cost, but it could be worse. You know, it could be worse. Lastly, we got to look at the egg fish. Let's see. What does it cost to get one of these? How common are they? I'm not even sure. Let's find out. So before I put the mouth on it and before I even speed filter it, there's already only 4 options just after filtering for sponge, koi, and eggshell. I mean, I can take a look right now, and there's definitely no angry lambs that are for sale. So you're not going to be able to find this one at any speed. Let's put it on and let's turn on the filter. Let's see if there's only one in the whole game. And no, there's not only one. There's actually 11 of these, but no one is selling. And I'm not surprised. It's just so much fun that people don't want to give up the Axie. With that said, if you get creative, you might find something that works similar, but yeah, honestly, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to figure something out because there's none for sale. And if we look at the ones for sale, and if we take out the mouth, if we take out the angry lamb, I mean, you don't have a lot. This is good. It's probably got bad speed, though. Yeah, it's only 51 speed, so definitely far from ideal. But hey, you could get this guy for 0.046. It's probably the cheapest option you're going to find. Otherwise, people are going to have to breed more of these. This one's actually got a super low ID, but yeah, these 2 fish are in abundance, and I would definitely recommend for people thinking about buying a double aqua plant team or any team involving an aqua with beast or bug damage. These builds are really cool, and I'd recommend considering picking one of them up if your budget is in that range. Okay, let's get back into some matches. I wasn't feeling great about my chances against this Ivory Chop plant. It's just so tough when they're healing themselves back up. They're putting up shields. They're drawing cards. They're even disabling my target's mouth cards. Well, my Axie's mouth cards, that is. I don't know, though. I had a feeling branch charge, yeah, it's pretty good if you get the crits, but the bird didn't have any backdoors. My fish had time to get comfy. This does a lot of damage, and it's egg versus egg, but I was liking my fish with the egg more than their bird. I was ready to pull some good W magic out of this match. Turn 1, we both rested, and then turn 2, I decided to start the attack. We're going to go ahead and just set up a little bit with the Nemo and the Arco. Their plant going down to 363 health. In round 3, neither me nor my opponent has done very much, and it's time to start doing stuff. I knew they were going to shield up, but I throw a ton of damage out there. I was hoping this would be enough. It might have even been a little bit of overkill, I was thinking. As it turns out, in this match, I do manage to kill the plant. Finally, I even have the Nemo at the end, gaining energy and ending their last stand at the same time, which is pretty nice. Whenever you pull that off, it just feels so good. It's a Galaxy Brain moment. It's like perfect card arrangement, because I always want to put Nemo first. I'm like, I don't want to miss my energy gain, but I know it's good for the last stand. Anyway, we got it right, and this turn, my fish up top has no cards. No cards for the fish up top, so I just decided to take a rest. Even though I have 7 energy and plenty of cards, I know they haven't played cards in the midline, and this is a common thing that happens in matches. Once you've killed the frontliner, you got to ask yourself, is the middle Axie about to shield up like crazy? Because if they've been saving those cards, you can safely assume that's probably what's going to happen. This turn, I do decide to let them take out the fish. Goodbye, you've done your job, thank you. And they're going to go ahead and bop them. 174 shield that I do not attack into, saving my cards even though I had plenty of energy. This turn we have 9 energy and they only have 3. So even though both me and my opponent have a ton of cards, I'm feeling pretty good. I have a big advantage in terms of the resources. When you get that much more energy by round 5, it's looking good. I unload the full clip. My opponent does the same thing. And I was pretty nervous. 4 bird cards is a lot of damage on a fish, even with health and shields like that. Luckily, 17 health remains. We do not get yeeted. It would have been a really close match if my fish died. As it is, I get their plant down to almost dead. 23 health on that thing. The Scarab preventing any heals. My opponent bravely carries on, plays more cards, but there's no way, and I kill him. So, good match. Great example of how we are not going to lose against all the double plants. It's a pretty even matchup because while I am running a triple fish team and plant is generally good against fish, I have so much beast and bug damage that it's definitely not hopeless, and that match shows you why. One of the nice things about this team is how well it performs against bugs. Even though almost every bug team will run a double fish snack, which stuns when you hit it with a fish card, you're still just insanely good against double bugs because your damage advantage with the type advantage is just so good. On top of that, my team has a lot of non-fish cards, and that means that we're not going to trigger the fish snack as often. It's pretty fun to spam cards into these teams, so let's see how this went. Right off the bat in this particular match, I open up with my 3 beast and bug cards, not having to worry about fish snack. They don't even use fish snack, just a Biden's. By the way, this is very weird. Biden's bug, I don't recommend it. Sticky goo is probably better. But going into turn 2, I felt pretty good. I'm thinking, okay, this turn I'll probably kill that frontline bug, and I set up some damage, so I'll only get stunned on the second hit. I figure when that happens, I can just draw a Nemo, hopefully, play it for 0 and unstun myself. They survive. They discard one of my cards. And I hate this, man. Whenever the enemy's frontliner survives by a little bit of health over and over, it can be a serious sign of doom for the match. You could end up getting the L. I did not want to lose, so I play the Sandal. That's what it's made for. Deal 50% damage plus on bugs, 165. And then they don't have the kill with the fish, but they finish me off with the bug, and they even discard more cards. Now, I get Last Stand, and they're not really taking advantage of the cute bunny. They're not applying fear. So if they were gonna beat me, they'd probably need to get value out of that fear mechanic. I don't know. This is really why I'm not a huge fan of cute bunny on bugs. Fear with bugs is not necessarily the right synergy. They do kill my fish, but they also unstun my other fish, which is what I was waiting for. And these discards, they're not really enough to have me afraid. I mean, right now I am behind on health, and I don't have that much more energy. My cards are a little bit low, so there was a brief moment of worry, like, am I going to lose this one? The way it goes, they don't play the fish snack. They even had 1 extra energy. I don't know. They're trying to set up a kill, save some energy, speed up their fish. I guess they thought I might rest and try to save up. I go for the egg with the shields, and they barely do any damage. I double shipwreck egg, and they actually give me +2 attack, but almost no damage. At this point, I'm just resting, and even though they're faster, all I got to do is play Shipwreck first, and sure enough, we're about to see a +3 attack, round with the double Angry Lamb and in the red, so we're getting 248 damage. Let's go! You gotta love to see it. It's like One Punch Man level. It's not quite a one-hit kill, but I mean, come on, dude. Oh, it's fun when you can shield up and you can use the egg with the shipwrecks and you can get some crazy attack bonuses. If you can do all that and then you can set up Angry Lamb, it's insane how much damage you can do. It's the angriest lamb. So, hope you enjoyed this team. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Thanks to Joao for loaning it to me and giving me a chance to learn this fun new build. Please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. What did you think about this team? I'll see y'all soon in the next video. Flux signing out.